welcome back to Total Spotfest. Very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Festivus for the rest of us, Merry Saturnalia, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever the hell you celebrate. Welcome, guys. This is our Christmas spectacular, I'm going to call it here. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Yeah. First annual, as a matter of fact. First annual Christmas extravaganza. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We do appreciate it. We are going to get into all sorts of wrestling. We have Rampage from last night, the Holiday Bash, some good stuff, some interesting things. We'll talk a lot about it. We got news from around the world going on. Everybody's gearing up for January. We got Impact keeps loading up their card for Hard to Kill. We got just yesterday was announced New Japan Wrestle Kingdom's full card.
Yeah.
So buckle in. There's a lot to digest with that and so much more. But before we get into it, we have a couple of matters of business to attend to. One of them will be handled very swiftly. It is the final decision on our NXT title belt, along with a note about that. Put a pin right there. First of all, Jamie, Merry Christmas, man. How you doing?
Merry Christmas. I am doing excellent. I have got almost all of my Christmas presents purchased. I just have one more for the wife and one for my dad. That's a difficult one to get.
What do
I get?
Well, I'm finding that. See, I still don't have as much problem with my dad, but moving up there in age, I know when my mom was still alive, I had that, and my stepmom has basically filled that gap right away. That just like, here's a trinket that you said you wanted. I guess that's going to be good for you.
Yeah.
I always, and I used to be like you when I worked in restaurants back in high school and in college, or shortly after college. I would never start shopping until the 20th at the earliest, ever.
Yeah. Well, I got most of my presents.
You were better this year. Yep. No, I'm just waiting on one. I have one final gift for my sister, supposed to be delivered today. Shipping delays got pushed back. It's now supposed to be delivered on Christmas Eve. So I'm pretty sure I'm wrapping a picture in a box.
Yeah.
I came close, but I came close to it. But so we hope you all are enjoying your holidays out there, whatever you celebrate. Or if you don't celebrate, well, fuck you, whatever. I don't care.
Happy Wednesday. Or happy Thursday morning.
Happy Thursday.
And I would say fuck you because there's some Jehovah's Witnesses who don't celebrate. So
really?
Happy
I
Thursday.
did not know that. Well, anyway, we are here. We are excited. And in the spirit of the holidays, we're going to get right into holiday things before we get into wrestling things. So there are gifts to be had. So, Jamie, you want to start? Let's. He's looking at my tree here. Yes. My tree with absolutely nobody underneath it. I have a couple gifts. So hold on one second.
I have mine. Right here, it says my name. It says his name. And it is a truck carrying, hopefully everybody can see that, a truck carrying a Christmas tree.
That was my Target special. I usually, every year, I have this giant roll of like plaid Christmas tartan paper I got like 4 years ago from Costco. I'm still like not even halfway through it. Those things are ridiculous. So I can't have everything wrapped in the exact same thing, so I go buy a thing at Target every year. So that's my Target paper. You get the special paper this year.
Nice.
So I got Jamie a present. Jamie got me a present, but he to be a one-upper, he got me another one, or so I thought. We're going to start with this. Go ahead.
So one of them is from the entire FWO, the Faulkner World Order, is 100% for JJ. The FWO is giving him the present that will keep on giving. And I would love for you to open that one.
We're going to open this one first, and then we're going to go back and forth. So, from the Faulkner World Order, let's see what we got here. I'm not one of those careful people with papers. Screw it. So
you got to kill her. I'm kidding. No, it's the box.
I was like, wait a minute. All right. Yes, I know it's just tape, but I have knives. Okay,
I have pins to stab. Stabbing motion.
All right. So here we go. Opening up the box here. It pictures what it feels like. And you motherfucker, this is...
Oh, read it. Read it for everybody.
Well, first of all, we're going to show it is...
Megan.
Hashtag not my champion.
Faulkner. And what does it say on it?
Your champion, Megan Faulkner. Hashtag FWO.
With all the belts.
All the belts.
All the belts.
Which she has never held all 4 at once. I just want to go on record and state that. It's a fabulous looking Spotfest Club shirt. www.totalspotfest.com. Get your own. Thank you, Faulkner World Order. I think.
All right.
All right. No. You go. You go now. You go now.
Okay.
I had to expect some level of trollism from the Faulkner clan. I had to.
Of course.
I should have.
Well, it's your tyrant, Megan. Of course,
I
you get a picture of her with all the belts.
It's my nemesis. The 16-year-old girl's my nemesis. All right. So
You've never taken a belt off of her. You took a vacant one. Remember that.
I came so close. Double overtime tiebreaker. All right. You're going to like this. I'm excited to see your face on this guy.
Oh, shit. You got me one of those tikis.
Geek Tikis. See, Jamie knows. You guys don't know this, but I collect Geek Tikis. I have all the Star Wars. Well, I'm collecting all the Star Wars ones. Jamie is a horror movie, and his favorite character is Pinhead. I saw that on YouTube. I saw that on Amazon, and I'm like, that's for Jamie for Christmas. Okay.
That's amazing. I fucking love this. That is so cool. That is going up on the wall of horror.
It better. Yeah, definitely. You can actually use it as a glass if you want. They work perfectly fine as glasses, but they're display items. All right.
Yes.
Now for the actual one here. Oh! Batman Hush. Oh, the Jim Lee one.
Yes. You got the deluxe Batman, sir. Deluxe edition.
I know. It's wonderful. It's my favorite Batman comic. There's a lot, Long Halloween's fantastic, and they just have a new addition to a Long Halloween. I'm not getting a Batman tangent, but Hush has always been one of my favorites, and so this guy here, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Jim Lee's magnum opus, some of the best artwork he's ever done. That's great. Thank you very much. So, that's better than my first one, let me just say that.
Nah, we all know that first one's amazing.
We do not know that. Okay. So, so there we go. Got get my Batman love. Got a little, we're very much on point. So,
yeah,
let's do it. Timely as it comes to that picture we have. So, our NXT title in our little thing came up to. Technically, I won it. Jamie did call foul. We agreed that, okay, because there technically wasn't a belt started, but so we went into a secondary tiebreaker. We forgot last week. So this week, right before the show started, I texted Jamie, oh shit, so we picked a match. Pete Dunne versus Tony D'Angelo. Ended up being the main event. We didn't know. Lo and behold. So we threw.
Yeah, we just picked.
We just picked him to do that guy. And we got times. I chose 8 minutes, 46 seconds. Jamie chose 11 minutes and 11 seconds.
For good luck.
I went back and I watched just that match. We timed it, bell to bell, right? 12 minutes and 50 seconds. So.
For life.
So you see.
FWO's got all 4 belts.
So you see down there, Jamie's got 3 of the belts under him, and we were talking earlier. Here's the announcement that we got. So we were talking earlier about this. I mean, all he needs is the AEW belt to get his logo and get the grand champion. There's 2 other pay-per-views before that. We don't watch WWE. I might watch the Rumble matches. I might do that this year just because it is the Rumble. Maybe WrestleMania, but we don't really watch WWE at all. NXT's kind of gone the same way. And, I'm trying to think about this, because what good is it to pass all these belts around? Why don't we make this a little more entertaining? So we came up with the idea that instead of having multiple toy belts, since they're all in the Faulkner house, they're going to be retired there. We're just going to retire them. You guys can have them. I made Jamie his fucking logo and sent it to him before we recorded last night.
Yeah.
It's hot pink, so I love that because his girls hate pink.
Yeah, I just have one who likes pink. That's it.
But we're going to retire the belts. We're not going to compete for the individual belts. We're not going to do this for every single pay-per-view out there, all that. But craft time with JJ. I'm going to be making, just like different Impact, making our own belt. If we had money, we'd buy one, but I don't want to spend that. I'm off to the end of the year. Jamie and I both are. We took some PTO. We're off to the end of the year. I got open time, so we're going to do some craft time. We're going to make a total Spotfest belt with our logo, a little toy belt of ours, and it will be our title belt. And it'll make a lot more sense because this way here, when there's a pay-per-view that we want to contest with picks, primarily AEWs, but, Impacts, if we want to do WrestleMania weekend, because it's WrestleMania, whatever, we'll put that belt up. So that belt is what's moving singular. And it's not tied to a promotion. It's going to be moving around, and we might even come up with some different things, different ways to pass it back and forth. But 2022... that's what's going on. So I'm going to keep it up here.
Does that make me the inaugural Spotfest champion since I have 3 of the 4 belts?
Once I get it made, we'll discuss that.
I mean, I got 3 out of 4. That's even better than what Meatloaf said.
Yeah, but, or we potentially, we could potentially say that, although in January we're going to put it right up to bat because we've got Hard to Kill for Impact that we're going to contest.
Exactly.
So it doesn't really matter, but
ending it right away.
Right away we'll get to it. I would concede that. Yeah, sure, Jamie, you have the majority of belts. You would be the de facto kind of fall champion to start, right? And we'll go from there. So I think that would be a lot more fun too, not just for us, for you guys as well, because most of the people we talk to are kind of the same ilk as us, right? You guys have told us what you want us to talk about. You want us to talk about AEW, New Japan, Impact, right? You want GCW, things like that. You don't, and we don't watch it. So why have these titles that mean something for something we don't watch? So we're getting rid of it. We're just going to have Spotfest, our title. So
yeah, because when we watched the WWE product, we just bitch about it. So yeah. So NXT, here's the bad thing. This is the thing about NXT. It pisses me off. It's not that bad, but it is. It's weird.
That match was a good match. Tony D'Angelo, I don't like his character, but, Pete Dunne's always great in the ring. It was a fun match. It was a fine match to watch, right? Roddy Strong, I like Diamond Mine, what they've been doing. Apparently, by the way, they're merging they're having a title unification between the North America and the Cruiserweight. They're getting rid of the Cruiserweight title.
Saw that coming.
Come on. But, they still got Io Shirai. They still got, Dakota Kai. They still got Zoe Stark. And, Mandy Rose has gotten so much better since she moved down there, even though she's become a sex symbol like hell. But, getting a push. Gigi Dolan. Cora Jade, who used to be Elena Black, NXT's got good things. I just don't like the overall kind of concept, if you would, Mm-hmm. Is that what you feel, or is it?
Yeah, I just don't get. I don't get it now. Since Triple H was moved on from, and then he had the heart surgery, I guess, which was very, very serious.
He's still not bad.
No one's supposed to talk to him about wrestling.
That's
weird,
crazy.
But yeah, so ever since they went to the new direction with Bruce and all of them, it's just not as good.
Right, which is, I think you see that because the matches, like we say, that we watch are good. Who puts on the matches? HBK. So the matches are still good. It's just the directions. And you guys let us know if anybody out there still watches NXT. If you like NXT 2.0, tell us what you like about it. I'm really interested to hear because I don't hate it. It's just it feels like it's not made for me. You know, it feels like they're peddling hard at millennials. Is what it feels like. The colors and everything. That's what it feels like. So
Yeah, I agree.
So congratulations, Jamie. As you see here, this will be the last one where we have the three belts on it. There, I will hopefully by the beginning of the year we will have a new belt made, a new crafty ass belt that will legitimately pass back and forth. This is going to have a lot more weight too. So there's only one champion at a time. I like that.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Gives me a shot instead of going down the wire every fucking time. And we'll still have that, but it's just for a belt. You're always right there. You're always close. So, all right, more to come there. Let's talk about the past week. So you got numbers handy, don't you?
I do. I really do. So basically, if you weren't an AEW product, you had a shit week. Basically, I mean, other than one show. Only other one show, but
I have a good idea what show that is.
So Raw went down again, but their key demo went up, which was weird. So they didn't do an all-time low on the key demo, but they did do an all-time low on numbers.
Wow.
Yeah, so they are at 1.574, down from 1.6.
Now I've noticed some weird things. I'm getting ahead here a little bit, but I've noticed that demos and total numbers were kind of all over the place this week.
100%. Yeah.
Weird. I don't know what to make of that, but keep going.
Yeah, NXT was down as well. They went from 590 to 561. I'm going to put a pin in that. 561 for NXT.
Okay.
And then AEW Dynamite was arguably the biggest winner.
This is Winter Bash, by the way.
Yeah, winter's coming.
Winter's coming. I'm getting them all mixed up. They're doing all these stupid fucking names, man. I'm mixing them up. Whatever.
It's like the X-Men timelines. So Dynamite went up from 872 to 948. So that was a nice, solid number. They're back in the nines.
Almost a million.
Probably.
So
yeah,
close.
they're gonna get back over here before too long. I think they'll do it when they hit TBS. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest loser was Impact. Again. Not only from numbers, but demo too. They got murdered in their demo too.
Record low demo, if I'm not mistaken.
Record low, yeah. So they went from 90,000 to 71,000, and this is the second lowest that we've talked about. Basically, in the past 6 months, the other lowest one was the Thanksgiving night one, which was only like
48
less than this,
which is expected though. This is just, I mean, and Impact is. When we talked to Chris Mallory about this, if you haven't gone and listened to our interview with Chris from Journey Pro and our wrap up of Die Hard 2 is also a Christmas movie, please go do. I'll put the little balloon up here. Go check it out. Pause this, come back to us because great little interview. But we were talking with him afterwards just about some different stuff, and he was kind of saying he's not really into Impact. He says they have like one good match, and I disagree with that. But I don't know. I don't feel like that. Impact's product is as bad as the internet and everybody says, and I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, Jamie, I know you don't watch it. You can't get to it, although now you can because it's on your.
I can now, yeah.
You got a new provider
package, yeah.
So maybe watch it a little bit. I don't know. I enjoy Impact's show. Yes, it's a little bit more shtick than the other promotions. It definitely is.
That's fair.
But I think that's part of the charm, and I kind of dig that. This past weekend, they actually had their one of their mini pay-per-views, and it was Throwback Throwdown 2. And what it was fantastic. So they did this 2 years ago, apparently, was the first one. It was like a retro theme night. It was all 70s and stuff, and it was like everybody was in character the whole time. So the people who are characters are in another character for the entire show. And that's what this was. This was basically the premise. 1984 in Tennessee, this promotion called the Impact, Impact Provincial Wrestling Association or whatever, something like that, And you had like Sex Ferguson, who is, if you watch Talking Shop with the Good Brothers, that is Doc Gallows' alter ego, right? Sex Ferguson defending his title against Santa Claus, which was Willie Mack, in a hardcore match. You had, men and women both were out there. Jordan Grace was, And everybody was themed. The crowd was themed. Everybody was themed like it was the mid-80s. It felt like, I told Jamie, it felt like Mid-South Jim Cornette era days, that style thing. And it's good fun. Is it campy? Yes, but it's good fun. I don't know. To me, it's something different, but apparently I'm wrong because they can't get viewers for shit. Now, we know their TVD sucks, but they can't get viewers for shit, so I don't know.
Very true.
I don't know.
So the biggest non-AEW winner was SmackDown. They went from 2.142 to 2.303, so that's a big jump for them as well. But again, they're on Fox, so comparatively, this is the non-cable show only. But then Rampage went up.
This surprised the shit out of me.
Yes, they went from 503 to 571, and they were also number 3 on the demo for
Yeah.
But the big piece for me on this is they're 571, and NXT on Tuesday and a prime slot is at 561. That might tell you something there, Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
It might. I mean, I know that this past week, Tony Khan had to defend himself. It was Fox Business was throwing shade at the Khans because of, what they had to do with Urban Meyer and, this and that.
He's a turd.
Which I don't know why anybody's faulting Saeed on that. You hired a guy you thought was going to, and then, he's barely lucky to keep his job when he got it because he was, playing grab ass with some 23-year-old, and then whatever. So I have no fault for him for that, but they were giving him shit about that, and then also talking about business, how they were used to be in the millions, and now they're like, okay, well, first of all, when CM Punk first debuted, we had a peak there where we hit well over $1 million for several shows in a row, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you look at the overall progression, it's still an upward incline, you fuckers. And anyway, so it's interesting because there's proof of the pudding.
Yeah, 100%.
1 hour on Friday night on cable beat 2 hours primetime on a better cable network. Apparently a better cable network. I don't think so, but they'll tell you that. Proof pudding done.
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. So AEW had a good week last week. I think this week will be a good week for them, except for Friday. I think Rampage is going to get murdered. But they got some good matches for it. I mean,
Rampage is on Saturday this week.
That's right. It's actually a Christmas special.
Christmas night at 8 p.m. 9 Eastern, 8 p.m.
And it's being recorded today, or last night.
Right.
Should be good, though.
It should. I mean, you got Hook round 2, Hook versus Bear Bronson.
Sid Hook. I'm full send on Hook.
I think everybody is. I am. I'm fucking.
He's got the #1 T-shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees right now.
Isn't that crazy? It's crazy.
No.
He's out.
Yes.
It's not. It is. It is though. He's outselling CM Punk for God's sake, and CM Punk just had a new shirt released. So
yeah. Well, it's on pre-order.
Is that what? Well, whatever.
The only big difference is instead of being white with a ringer, it's black.
Just straight
That's
black.
it, guys.
And it's black with red and white. You don't have the blue because the arena specials, the Chicago colors, red and blue on black. Whatever. But you got Hook round 2. You've got Layla Hirsch versus Statlander. Your main event is the TNT title match between Cody Rhodes,
Codelander,
and Sammy Guevara. So, I mean, it's a pretty solid show. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not an NBA guy. I don't care about watching basketball on Christmas.
Either.
The football games that are on don't really excite me, too much. So I'll be watching it. I'll watch it when I get back from my dad's house. Sure.
I mean, short of me having a new PS5 game to play because I just beat Ghost of Tsushima today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had an hour to kill, so I powered through it and I beat it.
Did you complete it?
Oh no! I'm not on the completion stage. I beat the storyline. Now I gotta go and complete.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Jamie's a completionist.
I am when it comes to open world games. As much as I bitch and moan about open world games, I will do it on all of them.
I was only ever completionist once, since when I had the first Lego Star Wars back for, Because I was just like, it was a simple game. My sister got it for me for Christmas, and it's fun. It's cool. Whatever. I could sit there, I could drink, and not worry about it because it was pretty, it was challenging. But I had to get everything, and this was like the complete saga one. So I had like literally every minifig, every character. I had to do it, and I got done with it, and I go, no more completionism. That got to be no more fun after a while. I don't know. To each his own, but.
Yeah, well, the game that got me into it was Arkham City, the one right after Arkham Asylum.
The second one, yeah, it's the second one.
Yeah, the second one, because that's the one that was way more open world, and that one is like, okay, yep, I had to do all the Riddler stuff, I had to do it all, the Zaz stuff, yeah, that got me into it. It's like, okay, I can be a completionist. So any game I get that has these multiple hard things, like I'm in, in. Which right now I'm officially at 42% complete on it with everything.
And you beat the story, and you're only not even halfway. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's so
because you have to play the game again on hard mode in order to get extra achievements. And it's because I played on normal, but now Plus is available, and then you know how that goes.
Wow, you're turning Adam Cole over here. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so Christmas night is next Rampage, so we'll check it out. Rampage this past week was kind of entertaining. They had multiple. So we had a wrestling show to go to, so I kind of sped through it on Saturday to just watch the pieces of it. You had two massive, an 8-man tag and a 10-man tag. And they were fine. To be honest with you, there wasn't really a ton from Rampage this past week that I thought was like must see. You had a little bit of the fallout. Cody Rhodes coming out confronting Dan Lambert for whatever reason. It's obvious because they're trying to keep Scorpio and or Ethan Page, I don't know which one, in the TNT title picture, and they're talking shit on Cody. So Cody comes out to defend himself.
Yeah.
Dustin comes out. They get beat up. They get saved by Sammy Guevara. For whatever reason, he does.
Yeah, it's weird.
He has a couple sick ass moves, and then they have a stare down with Cody where he flips him off. So that's that's pretty much it. So, but it scored well. It got big numbers. So I'm cool. Yeah. Whatever.
Dan Good. Lambert equals ratings. People.
I'm a Dan Lambert fan. You're probably not wrong. All right. See, I did want to talk about Impact a little bit here because Hard to Kill has got more and more stuff on the card. Well, since we're talking about cards, let's open up with the New Japan card because wow.
Okay, so New Japan announced officially all 3 nights of Wrestle Kingdom. Wrestle Kingdom Night 1, Night 2, Night 3. And they are gargantuan, like all of them. And like I could go through every one of these matches, but I'll just hit the highlights.
We'll be here for a while if he did that. It's a lot.
Literally, some of them say TBA versus TBA. They don't know, but they know this is a match. Like that's how they have it.
And before you get to that, are they still doing the Tag Team Cup, or is that done? Is that concluding at?
I have nothing on it.
Well, I know they had some stuff a couple days ago. They had some stuff because I saw on Twitter, there's post conferences about something. I think it's just a regular show. Somebody got a whiskey face. I'm digressing, but okay. So,
I don't know.
So it could be still going on.
All right, so the night 1 kicks off with the New Japan Rambo Battle Royal. I just love the fact it's called Rambo. Like, is Sylvester Stallone going to show up like, hey,
yo.
And those are the 4 finalists that will compete for the KOPW 2022 trophy in Night 2. So the top 4 of this Battle Royal will face each other in Night 2 for the KOPW 2022 trophy. I have no clue what KOPW stands for. Not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna try to say it like fake it like I know.
It's a thing. It's a trophy. Yay, trophy!
Yeah. You do have on night 1 the never openweight championship being defended. Tomohiro Ishii versus Evil.
Ooh.
Yeah. Line me up.
Let's go Evil.
And then the IWGP Tag Team Championships are going to be on. The Dangerous Techers as Zack Sabre and Tachi are the champions going against Chaos of Yoshihashi and Hiroki Gato. So that should be a solid one there.
Okay.
You have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship of El Desperado versus Himaru Takahashi, who was the juniors champion. So obviously he gets the shot at it. And then you close night one. Close night one with Shingo Takagi versus Kazuchika Okada.
Ooh. Now this is
the belt.
This is only the first of 3 acts.
This is night one. Then night 2, you have a Stardom special attraction match, which is pretty cool. So you have Mayu Iwatani and Starlight Kid versus Tam Nakano and Seiya Katatami. She's pretty solid. Then you have the finalists for the 4-way, the provisional KOPW 2022 trophy. Yep. Then you have, after that, you have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships of Flying Tiger, which is Tiger Mask and Robbie Eagles, who are the champions, versus the Mega Coaches, Rocky Romero and Ryusuke Taguchi, versus the Bullet Club of El Phantasmo and Taiji Ishimori.
Yes.
I'm hoping the Bullet Club brings that one down. Then you have the never open weight 6-man tag team championships. So
too many titles.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Too many titles.
Yeah, so this is the trios title, if you will. So you have the House of Torture, which is Sho, Evil, and Yujiro Takahashi versus Chaos, which is Haruki Gado, Yo, and Yoshihashi. Which I think is great because Sho and Yo are going against each other.
Sho and Yo. Really plus, you get Evil for 2 nights in a row.
Yes.
He's going up for 2 different openweight challenge titles. That's great.
Yes. So then, after that, you have the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship and a no DQ match of Kenta versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Ooh.
But then you close that night with the IWGP Heavyweight Championship match again. The winner of night 1, so Okada or Takagi, going against Will Ospreay.
In what he would definitely call the unification title match.
100%.
But that's okay. That's 2. We're not done. There's another night after both of those.
Night 3, and night 3 is
crazy.
Night 3 is all New Japan versus Noah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
because generally Wrestle Kingdom's 2 nights is right.
That was 3 nights.
I always thought it was 2 nights. Huh.
It's usually 3.
My bad.
So right now, card is always subject to change. Like they have the Bullet Club of Taiji Ishimori and Gedo versus Stinger, Seki Yoshioka and Hayata. Suzuki Gun, that's El Desperado and Doki versus Yohei and Nasuo Origani. So you have Master Wado in a match. They got a lot here. They have Kinya Okada, who is not related to Kazuki Okada, obviously, because Okada is their first name. But
you digress, yeah.
No, but there's some good ones. So this is the one that caught my eye. So Suzuki Gun, so Tachi and Minoru Suzuki, and Taka Michinoku.
Ooh,
blast from the past there versus
Kenta,
Kazushi Sakuruba, and Takahashi Segura.
Wow.
I just saw Taka Michinoku. I'm like, Taka
and isn't Okada in the main event on that night too?
Right now. No. Well, here we go. So you have Okada and Tanahashi versus Kato Kiriyama and Keiji Muto, which, yeah. But that's not listed as the main event. They just have it listed in the card.
It's just in there somewhere. Okay.
Yeah. They'll probably close with that. I mean, Okada equals ratings. Let's just be real.
Yeah, I mean, he's the main event 2 nights in a row. Might as well keep it going, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot of matches. I paraphrased pretty hard.
There's more.
And you can have this all 3 nights for the low price of $99 American.
As far as pay-per-views go, that's actually not a bad deal.
Yeah, for all 3 nights.
For all 3 nights. $33 a night, right? What do you usually pay for AEW pay-per-view? $60, right?
Yeah. See?
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad deal. So, All right, well, that's coming up in January. Also coming up in January is Impact's Hard to Kill. So our next title, our first Total Spotfest title pay-per-view that we're going to go up against. And they keep announcing more matches to this. And, you know, for whatever it is, I'm still going to defend Impact to death. Ratings be what they will. I think it's great. And this is shaping up to be an awesome pay-per-view. So I don't know why, but Hard to Kill has become like a hardcore thing, right? It's all hardcore stuff. So
that makes sense.
Hard
to kill.
It does.
Hard to core, you know.
Right. They did Hardcore Justice back in the day in TNA.
I remember that.
That's a little on the nose there, right? But they also had Lockdown, which is everything was in a 6 sides of steel. So not uncommon. There's a couple little quirks about this one. So first of all, what's already been announced, the main event is the triple threat for the Impact World title. Moose defending against W. Morrissey and Matt Cardona. Also, they have the women's title match, Mickie James defending against Deonna Purrazzo. But they gave it a stipulation. It's now a Texas death match.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it's a death match.
It will defend the strap. It doesn't say. It doesn't say.
That's a death match. A Texas death match. That we saw a Texas death match once.
We did, as a matter of fact. So
on AEW.
It's a hardcore match. It's a hardcore match.
It's a hardcore.
So you got that, and then you've got the X Division title matches: Miguel versus Steve Macklin, finally 1-on-1. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Well, I was completely wrong on when I saw it a few weeks ago, because the whole thing with the influence and the inspiration, you know, Tino Dashwood and the inspiration, nope, I was off. I was wrong there, 1,000%. So they've been feuding for the past couple of weeks. They're fighting each other for the title. So Inspiration defending, that's Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay defending against Madison Rayne and Tenille Dashwood. I still think the long-term goal is to have Tenille Dashwood kind of team up with the Inspiration somewhere.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, Aussie Power.
But right now they're feuding, you know. So it is what it is. And then of course you have the Knockouts Ultimate X match. If it was just an Ultimate X match, I would buy the pay-per-view. I love these matches. If you have not seen one, go on YouTube and look them up. They're fan-fucking-tastic. But Chelsea Green versus one of our favorites, Lady Frost, Tasha Steelz, Rosemary, Rachel Ellering, and Jordan Grace. Winner receives a future title shot. Oh, God, it's going to be so good. So, the one they recently added, and there's also Jonah versus Josh Alexander, which is going to be redonkulous. It's going to be so
100% redonkulous. That's good. That match will fuck.
Oh, 1,000%. They announced also what's being called a hardcore war, and I have no idea what this means. To me, it's almost, I don't know. It's like, why not just have a Monsters Ball? But hardcore war is a 10-man tag match. So you have Heath and Rhino, Eddie Edwards, Rich Swann, and Willie Mack versus Violence by Design, which is Eric Young, Diener, and Joe Doring, and the Good Brothers.
Okay.
Once again, what's a hardcore war? I don't know.
Something they made up.
It's a hardcore match. So that's what they got. That's a pretty solid card there. I don't see them adding anything else. They'll probably have a match on the pre-show, but you're talking about 7 matches right there. So that seems to be good. Also, a non-Impact related, I don't know if you saw this or not, but former WWE wrestler John Morrison announced his first match outside of WWE.
Oh. He did?
First of all, he's going to be going under his legal name, which is John Hennigan, for those of you who don't know. And it's going to be in AAA, challenging. He held the Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship.
We actually just see John Hennigan doing what John Hennigan knows what to do.
Flippy spinny shit.
Yep.
Fuck yes.
Because they didn't let him do that much in WWE.
Oh,
Why he ever went back? He just went back for the money, and I appreciate that.
Well, yeah, but for the money, I still say a lot of it had to do as well with, his wife, too, Getting his wife over, she got in there. She got a pretty good deal, then got fucked over. But whatever. She's actually going to be going up against Deonna Purrazzo sometime coming up here for the Reina de Reinas championship in AAA. So,
ooh,
I like to see that. So, some news and notes from around the world there, and lots of good stuff. Like we said 1,000 times, January is a stacked month for wrestling. Let alone with, the typical stuff. We got AEW moving to TBS, so they're going to come out with a bang. They have, the first weekend, they have a special show on in Charlotte, North Carolina. They're doing on TV, on TNT. You got Hard to Kill for Impact. You've got 3 nights of New Japan Wrestle Kingdom. GCW's got some shows at the beginning of the month, and then they got their Hammerstein Ballroom show at the end of the month. All sorts of crazy ass shit. We're going to a live show in the middle of that. We're going to DWF here in Overland Park in Kansas City area. Oh my God, so much wrestling. So buckle in, baby.
Yep, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be lots and lots of fun. January's lots of wrestling. Lots of wrestling.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing this.
You're just running. running.
Just run it. Just run. Let's run right into some Dynamite. How about that?
Let's do that. Let's get into it. So today was the Holiday Bash.
Yesterday,
whatever. Yesterday was the Holiday Bash. We record the same day. It's been a long week.
It's been for 3 days because Jamie and I, like I said, we're both off for the rest of the year, so we had to cram in 2 weeks' work into 3 days.
Yeah.
And Jamie's still covering for the other manager, so he had to cram in 2 people's 2 weeks' work. Yeah.
So this show started off with a bang. I would call this show overall fun. Like it was just had a fun feel to it, especially the main event.
I'll give that to you.
Yeah, but I will have to say this though. In this era of wrestling, it is confirmed that Adam Cole is the undisputed king of pop.
I see what you did there. Don't worry. I got you.
I will just have to call that out. That when his music hits, people just go nuts. Undisputed.
Well,
anyway, go ahead.
Let's talk about this. And then we'll just go through the rest of the card because this is really
this is the thing.
A match later on was the best match of the night in my opinion, and it's pretty clear what I think that match was. But for more
Ruby, Merry Christmas.
What? You didn't even say her name. Who are you talking to? You talking to Ruby Soho? Hey, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
Beat you.
I already said it first, though.
You just threw it.
Point at shirt. Point at your shirt.
No, it does not count. That does not count. It's a verbal cue. Because remember, we're only half the people are even knowing what's going on here. They can't see my shirt because they're listening on Spotify. So,
Ruby-ver.
How come I haven't thought of that?
It was on Ethan Page's.
Oh, I haven't watched Ethan Page's. I've been too busy. I haven't watched it. But anyway,
all the vlogs, he's my favorite. Sorry, Sammy. He's my favorite.
We'll get to the rest of the show here in a second. I think that was the best match, but let's talk about this first thing because that to me is the most meat on the bone, if you would.
100%.
So Adam, you go.
Yeah, Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy comes out to "Where's My Mind," obviously by the Pixies, and this match was pretty solid. It was,
it's the match you thought you would get from Orange Cassidy. Yeah.
100% the match you thought you were gonna get, and at one point, Cole goes for the boom. Orange ducks, hits the beach break, and then Cole kicks out. And then at that point, Cole rolls out. Bobby Fish gets up on the apron and is just John at the ref. Just John. And then somebody pops up.
You hear the crowd just get louder and louder, and the buzz is growing. They don't change the camera angle at all. They don't even zoom out, which I love.
Yes. So then they finally, right before the person gets up to attack, they just pan over just enough, and it's none other than Kyle O'Reilly. And Kyle O'Reilly hits, he just beats the hell out of Orange. Cole hits the boom, 1, 2, 3, your winner, Adam Cole, baby. And then he stands tall with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. It is Undisputed Era reunion.
Here's the interesting thing. So as soon as the match was over, they go face to face. And continuity for the wrestling fan, because when Adam Cole left, where were they? They had a fallout. They were rivals. So for a second there, they're going face to face, and you're thinking, and Taz, or not Taz,
Excalibur.
Thank you. Excalibur starts to even bring that up, about their history. And you're like, uh-oh. And I want to see them kind of sit there and like stare at each other and then hug. But the best friends come out, and so they all beat up the best friends and whatever. And then, so they're all standing there, and then here comes the Young Bucks. Mm-hmm. Very kind of confused. They obviously didn't know about Adam Cole's big surprise for tonight. Because he wanted to be a surprise, So they're in the ring, and they're all lined up. Undisputed chants going on left and right. They don't flash the UE. They don't, but they're lined up just like they were when they first showed up in NXT. And then there's kind of this little, like, awkward look over between Cole and the Bucks. And then Cole leaves with Fish and O'Reilly. Unapologetically leaves.
Though, they could easily rock this and just be the Undisputed Elite. Just saying.
You can make
WWE.
They can make it work one way or another, and they're going to figure something out. It doesn't really matter, because this is the Kyle O'Reilly, and of course him and Fish, big old hug, right? And then as they're walking out, I forgot to make mention. As they're walking out, you have a nice stare down between Fish and O'Reilly and the Young Bucks, and I got wet at that moment. I'm just like, yes.
Planting seeds of the Elite versus the Undisputed Era.
Right, because we know it'll be, when he's healthy, Kenny Omega and Cole. That's the whole thing, right?
Yeah, that's the payoff.
Kenny killed Cole. Right, but oh my God, Red Dragon versus the Bucks. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. Jesus Christ, man. But so
yeah, I mean, since you're not going to get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn because they re-upped with WWE.
They re-upped. Which, I mean, hey, you get thrown a Brinks truck, sure. I would have a hard time saying no to that. But
same.
I think this is definitely. I think Plan A was to do the whole Mount Rushmore thing, right?
Yeah,
I think they brought Bobby Fish in because even if you don't have him get a major push, he's a behind the scenes guy. He could be a coach. He's got longevity behind the scenes built in. Everybody that's ever worked with him says it. That this guy is 100% a behind the scenes guy. He's a future. He's gonna be Dean Malenko in 15 years. The guy that's running everything for the wrestlers and talent and whatever. But on the chance you don't get Kevin Owens, now you have a solid fallback, Kyle O'Reilly. And this is the Kyle O'Reilly that we missed. This is the Kyle O'Reilly we liked. What was it? What was his T-shirt? What was his tagline? It was like violent artist or.
Yeah, it was. It was.
I don't remember.
I'm pulling a pro wrestling teaser right now since you said that.
It was something. It was like violence.
Violent artist.
The violent artist.
Kyle O'Reilly.
So I'm all for it.
And it was in black and gold.
Yep. The only one. I mean, Cole's were all black and gold too. Have only been black and gold. Fish's have been all over the board a little bit. He's got black and red. He'll have a black and gold one by Monday. But
100%.
Undisputed, back at it, baby. I'm so happy for this.
As soon as he got released, we both said he was locked to come to AEW.
100%.
Not to say that we were wrong. I'm not going to say I told you so.
I mean, you didn't really need to. Pretty much everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it's going to be him." And we announced on last week that he's got a big surprise. It's like, "Oh yeah, it's going to be Kyle O'Reilly." Everybody's everybody, which is fine. Sometimes you want the surprise, right? CM Punk was the worst kept secret in wrestling history, but it is still great to see it happen. This is still great. This is great.
Yeah, it checked all the boxes for me, and they planted seeds beautifully for future feuds. Well done.
Very good.
Well done. So after this, Hangman and came out, and Bryan Danielson came out, and so they have a rematch going on January 5th.
Right, the TBS premiere episode.
The TBS premiere, 60-minute time limit with judges.
Whatever that means. Do you know?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know that. Do you know where they're having that in New Jersey?
Newark.
Okay, so I saw the venue of where they're having this. Someone put it on Twitter when it was announced a couple weeks ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's like they have like massive concerts there. They've had like NCAA championship wrestling things there. It's like a massive Quonset hut sort of building thing, big dome thing.
Oh, cool.
It's cool. It's once again, it kind of like in a little bit different style, but to me, it's of the same ilk as Arthur Ashe Stadium. Okay. Not where you think about having a pro wrestling show, but makes so much goddamn sense. It's massive. It's huge. So
that's awesome.
It's pretty fucking cool. I'll show you pictures later.
So that's going on. I mean, the promo is fine.
There's a lot of promos in this episode too that were just kind of
there were a lot of promos. The one that caught my eye the most.
I didn't make any notes on any promos.
The one, well, yeah, because they were kind of not spectacular. But the one that got me the most was the MJF FTR Wardlow exchange. Because again, they're planting the seeds for Wardlow to leave, and I think I've figured it out.
Okay. Fancy Booking Island. Let's go.
All right. So Wardlow will come out at the behest of MJF during the CM Punk match.
Mm-hmm.
And he will get up there to he's going to help, and he stops on the rope and hops down and leaves, allowing CM Punk to beat MJF.
Okay.
And then setting those two up.
So that puts CM Punk then in the title shot against presumably Hangman, maybe Danielson, who knows? Hopefully Hangman. And then gives Punk a different direct, or gives MJF a different direction. Okay, I'm good with that.
And then he can feud with Wardlow,
because record-wise, if you really look at black and white, not only cheated on a lot of them, but heel shit. MJF has no business not being in the title picture right the fuck now. So,
yeah.
But I like what they're doing with the way they're swerving it. Like, this is a good way to swerve it. I'm cool with it. All right.
Yeah. That's my fancy booking, and I think I got it figured out. That's the face turn for Wardlow.
Will we get a Mark Stradamus stamp of approval? We shall see. Revolution's a few months away, but we're gonna see.
Yes. So, right after that, Wardlow had his match with Sean Spears coming out, the chairman of the board, and his accountability buddy, going against Sean Dean. 4 power bombs, foot on the chest, 1, 2, 3, game over. It was a super squash. But that's what you do with Wardlow.
I mean, they're selling this. It's a thing, right? But the way they're selling it, the interaction with him and Spears, make it bearable for a squash, because there's more depth to it around the squash. For what it's worth.
Yeah. So after this, like I said before, Dan Lambert equals ratings.
we shall see about that.
He graced us with his presence on Dynamite once again. and he cut his typical promo, which I appreciate the hell out of as a heel guy. He is the old school heel that I've always wanted. And yeah, he cut a killer promo, honestly. It was pretty solid.
It was fine. It was whatever.
He was going after the EVPs. Like, he was going after everybody, talking about how Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page deserve shots, this and that, and they're the next one up. So after Codelander loses or wins, they're the next guys. One of them, or both.
Same thing they've been saying for whatever. So,
yep,
it wasn't memorable to me at all. I like Dan Lambert, but this just feels like filler. Sticking him in the crowd. Yeah, in the crowd in a luxury box at the minute of the year, doing this exact same promo they do every time.
Yeah, but they get the heat and they get the fans. So
sure, but you could be doing other things. Is all I'm getting at. Maybe have them.
Oh no, I know. But they're saving them. I get it.
It's fine. It's whatever. It's not terrible. Just it did nothing for me. So whatever.
And that's fair. I like it because I think it plants bigger seeds and it sets them up because you have that big mouthpiece. Even though Ethan Page is a god on the mic.
But what I'm saying is they do this exact same thing they did on Friday. Exact same thing they did last Wednesday. Yes, we know. You're next. We get it. Okay.
Yeah. So, right after this, they had Britt Baker talking about stuff. The big thing I got out of it, she calls 2021 the era of DMD. I thought that was a nice little call out. It was fine. She's just talking about Riho. And then she says, she's out of her league. She'll shoot her eye out, kid, which I thought was a nice little call out for TNT. It
was fun. It was fine. Rebel was funny. She was kind of off to the side eating popcorn the whole time.
Yeah,
Jamie Hayter's pretty. I mean, what are you gonna say?
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah. After this, they officially announced the Owen Hart Memorial tournament. They'll have a men's and women's side, so they'll have a winner for each side. After that, they had Mark Henry, Adam Cole, Matt Hardy, 2.0, Eddie Kingston, really Dustin Rhodes, Shawn Spears, talking about the legacy of Owen Hart, which I thought was really cool and really heartwarming. And why WWE hasn't done anything like this?
Well, because it's WWE, exactly. Well, WWE and the Hart family have a thing. That's why.
Well, yeah. I mean, Kemp Arena kind of drove that home, and a screw job.
There's that, and Brett to this day, just anyway. There's serious beef beyond the fact that he died on WWE's watch, but there's serious beef with the Hart family and them. It's going to start in May and conclude at Double or Nothing.
Yep.
We don't know what it entails. Like I said, so it's really far out. It's starting in May, and they're already hyping it up. I'm expecting, hopefully, something massive for this.
I bet. Maybe
hope so.
Maybe a Wyndham Rotunda.
Maybe.
Or a Titan.
Or just big stakes of some sort. I don't know. But it just, December, they're already starting promos for what's not starting for 5 months. It's got to be big.
Yeah, I agree. So after this, we had the semifinals for the AEW TBS Women's Championship Tournament of the Native Beast Nyla Rose versus
Ruby Soho. Hey, Ruby.
The runaway Ruby Soho. And
I know it's technically Ethan's shirt, but it's really Ruby's shirt.
It was a good match.
It was the best match of the night, I felt.
I thought the Adam Cole match was pretty damn good. But this is exactly what I expected. So, to your point, this exceeded my expectations. So, yeah.
I think this, I thought Ruby was going to win anyway. That's been always been my pick from the beginning. Not just because I have a proclivity towards her, but I just felt like it was going to be Ruby. It felt right. It was one of those things that's like I got that feeling, right? Yeah. But Nyla has gotten a lot better, but it's still kind of a crapshoot what type of match she has. She either squashes the shit out of somebody, or she doesn't. She tries not to. There's botches left and right, or there's a really good match. So you don't know what you're going to get with her, especially if it's the
pretty solid.
She's gotten
lately.
a lot better lately. Yes, but
Yeah.
but Ruby's a vet, so she knows. I figured that it would go well. It did, and I think that the way they sold the storyline was great in it too. You know, Vicky got involved just enough in the right spots and the right moments there. Took a roundhouse kick from Ruby at one point in time, which I like seeing. No offense, Vicky, but it's good to see you get kicked in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everybody enjoys seeing Vicky get kicked in the face. Let's just be real. No, and you were correct. Ruby does indeed advance, so that was really good. But no, I agree. This match was really good. But I do want to call out the dickhead who had the stupid fucking sign that said Nyla's this guy's dad. Like,
I saw that at the beginning.
Yeah, and she flipped the guy off, which is great. But like, fuck that. Be better. Like, people have been atrocious lately. Like, Ty Conti deleted her Twitter because of the whole like, she separated Sammy and his ex-girlfriend. Jordan Grace just deactivated hers as well because people are fucking trolls. Like, be better humans, for crying out loud, man.
And you know, if you watch the AEW vlogs, you know, you probably saw in Sammy's vlog, you know, Fuego doing the outro, doing similar thing, right? You know, kind of just being like, hey, come on here. And he made a very good point. And yes, these are public figures. They put themselves out there. They choose to have their life on display, right? That doesn't mean you get to be like this. I don't get it. You know, it's like, if I don't like somebody, I'll be straightforward with them, or I'll just avoid them. Say, you know what, fuck you. I'm never talking to you again. I don't give a shit, right? You know, I don't understand the level of trollism of this ilk. I just don't get it, and I think it's shitty. Who's it shittiest for? Well, it's unfortunately all this stuff with Sammy and everything. Pam's not in the wrestling world, and you know, her and Sammy, they broke up. Whatever happened. It's not our fucking business. But now she's front and center in spotlight, and now she goes to where people are going to be like, oh, that's Pam. That's who. Stop it. Just fucking stop, people. It's Christmas, for God's. It's goddamn Christmas.
Yeah.
There was a great sign at the beginning of the show. They did show it on the cold intro when they're rolling over the crowd. There was a Die Hard is a Christmas movie sign.
Which it is.
And it was a fantastic Junior Pro show. Ruby won with a variation of No Future that I really liked. And I don't know if I've really seen this, but it was kind of like an avalanche No Future.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
From the second rope, she got her, and as she was jumped off the rope and hit her falling down. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it.
What is she calling it now? Is it the Road to Nowhere?
It's no future. No future.
No future. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, it's Sex Pistols. No future. No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'll stop. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Serena Deeb, who actually has just been, everybody was informed that she's a coach and a producer now as well, so good for Serena. She said she's not done with Hikaru Shida, which I could watch them wrestle 18,000 times because they're amazing together.
Please God.
Then we had a House of Black sighting, which I really enjoyed this because I was hoping I would see
Julia
in the House of Black.
Spoiler, we did it.
Brody King, or Brody King. Did not get either one of them. But Malachi Black just beat the shit out of both of them.
This was an enjoyable match, though.
It really was.
Griff looked really well in selling, and this was a very enjoyable match.
Yeah. No, he did great. So, yep, that was good.
And after the match, he won by a single leg crab. He won by tap out on Griff. And then he did a ridiculous black mass on Pillman Jr.
Oh my God, it looked beautiful. It looked like he just got him right across the chin.
Just enough. Oh, it's
spun him. Yeah,
perfect.
It looked amazing.
I think we'll see Brody. Maybe TBS debut. Maybe the show in Charlotte that following Saturday. I think around then is when we might see Brody. I really want to see Julia. I thought we'd see Julia tonight. I really did.
Yeah, because he marked her.
I hope we do.
So we'll see. I hope we do. Yeah, I do too. All right, and for your main event of the evening, we had MJF, FTR, the Pinnacle, going against Sting, Darby Allin, and one CM Punk. But man, this match, the intros. Like, let's just talk about this. So
okay.
the MJF and FTR come out in matching yellow, which was great. But then you had Sting come out. He was the first one to come out, and he comes out and he's got the red lightning underneath his eyes, and he's got the CM Punk fist on his forehead, literally a walking billboard.
He has his T-shirt design on his face.
Yeah. Then he has the new T-shirt design
or his logo.
Face.
Maybe it's his logo. Whatever.
It's his logo. Yeah,
right on his face.
Yeah, he's the walking billboard for CM Punk. Then you had Darby Allin coming out with his face half pink. So I don't know what the pink goes for, but
sure.
Whatever you do.
Maybe it's for the Faulkner World Order because your colors are pink.
For life, baby.
Just saying.
And then you had 1997 Stinger coming out, CM Punk in old Stinger makeup with the black tights with the scorpion on the side with the four stars in it, just like he always has his four stars. CM Punk,
Chicago flag,
and then then typically he hits the time. He doesn't hit the time. He just goes woo, like old school.
He
Sting,
was
man.
full Sting cosplay. Full cosplay.
It was
why not?
awesome. So this match, like we said, is a ton of fun. This match was so much fun. The one thing that really stood out to me was how MJF was 100% avoiding CM Punk at all costs.
Which is to be expected. I mean, that's kind of the role of a big feud, the heel, this sort of thing. This is why you do these multiple person matches. But I mean, literally, at one point in time, he was physically running a lot away from Punk all the time. He ran out of the ring. This time he was chased by Punk over the barrier, through the crowd, up the stairs, out in the course, down 3 entrances, down another set of stairs, back through the crowd, into the ring, take Dax Hardwood.
Yeah,
fantastic.
I mean, I loved it. He was avoiding him at every step of the way. But the way the match ended was fun. It was a spot fest, if you will. We had Dax Harwood taking a GTS into a Scorpion Death Drop into a Coffin Drop. 1, 2, 3. Your winner: Sting, Darby Allin, and CM Punk, also known as the Faces of Sting.
I don't get the pink. How's that a face of Sting?
Because he used to have pink in his face back in the day. You don't remember when he used to do the pink?
Oh, the pink and blue. Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. So that's why he had to have pink. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it now. And that coffin drop was from way too far away.
Oh, 100%. He had to really go.
It was really far away. But it was fun. Yeah. I said, I don't think it was the best match. I generally think, the women's match was the best match. The first match of the night was probably the most technical of the match, but it's what you'd expect it to be. I enjoyed Malachi versus Griff. It was a short match, but overall, this episode of Dynamite, it just, it felt like just another kind of middle of the road episode, right? Cool. Which... Yeah. We did get the big reveal of Kyle O'Reilly, so there's that.
Absolutely, we did. Came in with a boom.
Baby. Get all the things going here. So
Yes, we do.
All right, well, that's what we got. Do you have anything else you wanted to get to?
No. I think this was a lot of wrestling. Hopefully everybody has a safe and happy Christmas. If you're a Christmas person, if you're doing Festivus, enjoy Festivus. If you're a Kwanzaa person, enjoy Kwanzaa. If you're not doing anything,
happy Hanukkah to our Jewish friends out there.
Yes, it's recently over, so hopefully
that's right.
Everybody enjoy. Yeah, we're on to Festivus. So yeah, Festivus starts tomorrow or today. Today's the first day of Festivus.
Is Festivus anything more than a Seinfeld thing? Is it an actual thing?
I think it's a thing.
Okay. I always thought it was just like something that offshooted from Seinfeld, or I don't know. I have no idea.
If it did, that means Seinfeld is the god of sitcoms. I'm not. I don't put it in that pedestal, but a lot of people do.
A lot of people do. I don't like. Okay, hot take time. I never liked Seinfeld. as a comic and as a show. Not funny. Didn't find it funny.
So I found a few of the shows funny, but overall, I thought the show was okay. Like, for me, I think Friends is probably the funniest sitcom of all time.
Hot take number 2. I despise Friends.
Oh, it's so good.
It's terrible. What do you mean? It's terrible. It's a terrible
That's
show.
the appeal to it.
No, it's bad. It's a bad show. I
Nope.
tried it. I tried my damnedest. My best friend from college, him and his wife, both massive Friends fans. He's always quoting Friends to this day. He's like, that episode where Ross and Rachel. I'm like, I have no idea. I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
you see it?
that
like,
narrows it down.
I've told you 1,000 times. I don't like Friends. I just don't. I don't like. I have some interesting hot takes. I don't like Friends. I don't like Breakfast Club. Fucking hate Breakfast Club. John Hughes' worst movie by far.
Really?
Absolutely hate it. Terrible movie.
Hot take. I don't like Uncle Buck that much.
Uncle Buck's fine.
That's a John Hughes movie.
It's better than Breakfast Club.
Oh no, Breakfast Club's so good.
I don't like Breakfast Club. 16 Candles, cool, right? You know,
16 Candles,
pretty cool. Yeah. Breakfast Club, no. Can't get on Breakfast Club.
So my hot take is I don't like MASH at all. Like, can't stand MASH whatsoever. Love Cheers, but the Kirstie Alley Cheers, not the Shelley Long Cheers.
Okay.
And then my other hot take is Blue Mountain State might be in my top 5 sitcoms of all time.
Blue Mountain State's fucking genius. It's so good. So good.
There's probably some millennials or something that are just like, what the fuck's Blue Mountain State? It's like, it's on Netflix. That's all I gotta say.
It's so terrible. It's great. I love it. All right. So hey, we had hot take session out of nowhere. So
yeah, we sure did.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We do appreciate it. If you haven't already, go back, watch our interview with Chris we had this past week. I know my audio was screwed up. Apologies. But we had a great little interview wrap up. Die Hard 2 is also Chris's movie. It was fantastic. If you're not in Kansas City, or you didn't catch the show, or you really want to see it again, go to Journey to Anarchy, Journey the number 2 Anarchy at twitch.tv. The replay's still up. Go watch it. It's fantastic. Jamie got his Christmas miracle, for those of you who haven't listened.
I did.
So you can guess what that is if you're a regular listener. And if you're not, go listen to the interview. You'll find out all about it. So you just giving away the whole, that was a tease. That was a lead-in I was doing. And you're just, whatever. We will be back next Thursday. So pre-New Year's to go over the New Year's bash. I don't know what they're fucking calling it.
Yeah, it's the New Year's bash.
You need to stop with the individual names every week. It's like, okay, yeah, we get it. We get
Especially 3 in a row.
Yeah.
3 in a row.
One,
it's like bam, bam, bam.
One every once in a while is fantastic. 2 in a row. Oh, okay. All right, every single one. Too much, Tony. Too much TK.
It's like Clerk. Like Clerk, she sucked 36 dicks in a row. Get out of here, guy.
Oh, I didn't go to Clerks. I went straight to season finale of season 1 of Silicon Valley. So how do you do it? So you gotta go back to back. You gotta put them tip to tip, and then you gotta go with it. But you gotta get the right ratio. So you gotta go from the middle out.
Oh my god!
We'll be back next Thursday. Go over that other things going on here. As I said, we're ramping up for a big January. Lots of stuff happening. We have more interviews lined up. So keep an eye on your channel. Keep an eye on our notifications. If you're following us on YouTube, great. You should be able to see it when it comes out. If you're not doing that, follow us. The bell icon will give you an alert whenever we have an interview. We'll put those out on Tuesdays, FYI. But if you want to know when it's coming up here, we have more talent lined up, other stuff coming here soon. So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, we'll release interviews on Tuesdays, and we'll be back next Thursday. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus, Saturnalia. Hey there, Mr. Shintoist. Merry fucking Christmas. Whatever you celebrate, be safe. Be kind to everybody. Be better. Yeah, be kind. Come on, people. Let's do this. Yeah. So it's Christmas, goddammit. All right.
Absolutely.
Jamie, take us home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down to Spotfest, I got 5 words for you. Merry Christmas. Love you guys.
All right, we will see you guys next week.
Peace.